Ogun State Institute of Technology's Department of Mass Communication, as part of projecting quality image of the institution and producing quality confident graduates in the country needed for quality economic growth, organized a career talk day for their graduating students. At the final year Brethren FYB Week Day 1, which is the corporate day organized by the school's Department of Mass Communication, put together a career talk in order to set its graduating students on the right path as they set to journey through life and also help propagating successful careers of the students. The opening address was by the committee chairman, Mr. Said Ojubanire, who opened the door to the gathering by urging students to show attentiveness to the lecture given.
Part of our job is to bring out the class, to talk to you students, give you ideas on how to make it very better for school. Because it's one thing to be educated, it's another thing for you to be able to use your education when you get to the labor market. I'm sure at the end of this program, if you give yourself this opportunity to listen and listen carefully, at the end of today's program, you are likely to be a career in what you do.
The guest speaker at the event, Mrs. Abiola ORISILE, while delivering her speech, showcased herself in a shining light as she laid out her history as she journeyed through her life and times in the media industry while she was an employee with different organizations before floating her own successful media outlets named Abiola ORISILE Events and Parties.
To be a society worker. And the person you begin to ask is, was she paid? No. If you are not learning the rudiments of democracy, and if you don't know the rules, what I see beyond just asking the fact of rules and age. You can tell me what the fact of rules and age is.
Other speakers at the event also shed more light about how the students should always work hard, show integrity in what they do, portray good character, be humble, and also manage their time in a very good manner.
I'm telling you now, they will teach you content creation from that to just money people. Because there are certain things that nobody will teach you. Nobody will teach you money making any university in the world. Not even Harvard. They can only teach you money management. That's where you are making it. Go and make it. You have to start to manage it. Nobody will teach you money management. Don't course and BSc money making. You need to know how to make money. And don't pass where your character, who you are with money. At about the level. Did they say because she's flying around the world that she will also become my 10? Go and check. That got to do for 105 hours a day. The later you become the less number of hours you spend. So, hard work, very important. management, another one. In your attempt to exploit social media, please be very careful so you don't waste your time. I give this analogy everywhere I go. You sleep for hours, you don't go from what's there. You have 24 hours in a day. On the average, you sleep for 8 hours. In practical terms, there are some people that 30 years, you sleep for 10 years of your life, that's what it is. Because you sleep for 1/3 of 24 hours, 8 hours, if you put that for your life, if you are 30, you have slept for 10 years. If you are 24, you have slept for 8 years. Sleeping alone. Now, imagine chatting. Some of you chat for 1 hour, 2 hours. Now, multiply that by the number of days you use your phone. You see that you've been chatting for 2 years of your life. The question is, did you chat in a manner that's profitable? Did you make economic gains from this chat? And that's why she said, it is designed to have simulation. And she tell them, you are wasting away while I am making money.
So my encouragement for you, or encouraging words for you this afternoon, is that you should try as much as possible to act on all that we have planned. You will only be celebrated, you will only be appreciated in life, only if you are financially independent. Nobody will celebrate or appreciate anyone who is a liability. So please, as you are going out, just like my brother said, you are going into the life that is quite different from school life. Then you will know, you will see life how it is, truly. Please and please, my dear students, I am pleading with you, and at the same time encouraging you to please act on all that you have learned this afternoon.
With everything Mrs. Abiola ORISILE has said, there is no work outside. And I will tell you that there is still work outside if you are good at your work. Because there is an employer and there are employees. And finally, I will tell you that Abiola ORISILE Events and Parties started as an idea today. As a correction to the figures she gave, we are more than 24, I think we are about 26 or 27. And everybody gets paid every year. I am 6 figures. Jesus. Our Father, we thank you, we appreciate you, because you are the King of Kings, you are the Lord of Lords. We thank you for what you have done. We thank you from the stages that we have climbed. Father Lord, this is another year. Father Lord, bless us in the mighty name of Jesus. Lord, many started with us, but we can't find them. Many are in the hospital while we are healthy. Father Lord, it is not by our power, it is not by our might. Lord, by this, let your praise be acceptable in the mighty name of Jesus. In this program, Lord, whatsoever you want to do, Father Lord, let your will be done in our life in Jesus' name. The ladder that you are taking us to, Father Lord, lead us to the place in the mighty name of Jesus. Oh Lord, this program, we satisfy this program in the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. For in Jesus' mighty name we pray.
I must confess that they are all very sensitive. I can see cities everywhere. It is your will and you shall rejoice in this. Meanwhile, not to waste our time because we don't have much of it. I want to believe that you are all aware of the essence of the events of today. The Department of Mass Communication has thought it right to put together a committee which is not around and farm committee, which is part of their assignment to connect the student organization to the industry where they are going to work on capacity. So part of our job is to bring out professionals to talk to you students, give you ideas on how to make it very better for school. Because it's not so to be educated. It's another thing for you to be able to use your education when you get to the labor market. And I must confess to you that these days there are no jobs out there for anybody to go and take. So you must start thinking out of the box. Just like our resource person has done today. She is Mrs. Abiola ORISILE. She used to be an employee, but today she is an employer of the board because we have to be able to think out of the box. I don't want to bore you with too much speech. She's going to be talking about herself and about how she's started. So please let us listen and listen to this. Thank you.
She began her academic journey in mass communication at Abiola ORISILE, where she graduated in 2008. In addition to her diploma, she earned a certificate in business administration from the same institution. Her journalism career started at First Weekly magazine, where she worked for over 2 years. She then transitioned to City People magazine, where she excelled as a society reporter and later served as assistant society editor for over 8 years. In 2020, Mrs. ORISILE ventured into entrepreneurship by founding her own online event coverage media platform, Abiola ORISILE Events and Parties. She became a pioneer in using Instagram to report live events and parties, initially starting a business and parties with the help of her 2 younger siblings. Today, our company has expanded to over 24 employees and operates across several platforms, including YouTube, Facebook, and other social media channels. Our media outfit has covered high-profile events, including weddings and celebrations for governors, senators, and business moguls, such as the daughter of Aliko Dangote. Mrs. ORISILE's success has taken her around the world, including UK and Canada, where she continues to cover events and engage in media-related activities. Our company is currently developing its own corporate headquarters in Lagos, further solidifying her impact in the industry. Mrs. ORISILE is a shining example of a successful media entrepreneur whose vision and hard work have made her a force to be reckoned with. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mrs. Abiola ORISILE to the stage.
Now we have Mr. Fatai
Again, I've said, I'm sure you are going to give her another reason to bring it back, to flash back. Because sometimes ago, she was also in your shoe. And today, she's standing tall in a way to speak to you. I'm sure at the end of today's program, if you give yourself this opportunity to listen and listen carefully, at the end of today's program, you are likely to be a guardian in what you do. Abiola ORISILE is not a new name in the media industry today. Yes, she was like you yesterday. So, my great students, I purpose also admonish us to please others seated by the president, the chairman of today's program, in person of Mr. Said Ojubade, is another media group. We have Mr. Ojo, we have Mr. Ajibose, and I want
To the program, can you please a round of applause for her? Thank you, sir.
I'm a little bit shy, but this is something I have to do for it's something I want you to please please that now some of my videos way back on as a lecturer. Said Ojubade happens to be my senior, including his able friend. Is band. So I'm not going to take so much of the time because we're going to do more of practicals. Let me start by saying that it's an honor to be your niece. Like Mr. Said Ojubade said, God is so beautiful, neat. This is here. This is how we all do way back when we were students in Oshun. So it is an honor to be at this prestigious gathering of the Association of Mass Communication Students in Amateur Final Year, President FYP, to give a career talk at this special occasion facilitated by the Mass Communication Departmental and Gown Committee. Hearing the acronyms, AMACOS reminded me of my alma mater, Abiola ORISILE, where I graduated in 2008. As a young student, as a mass communication student, I also happened to be a pre student back then. So like all of these students, I also had this fear of what's going to happen to me after leaving school. You know, we always take this slogan, it's time. The power that you're very share. So I had that fear that, okay, what is going to happen to me? What am I going to do? How do I make a living? And how do I put food on my table? And that's what my feelings. not simply magazine, to be a society reporter. Bloggers, almost being influencers, and thinking, oh, even if I don't come out with my comments, I can still be an influencer or be a blogger. You may probably not do so well if you are not, if you are not learning the rudiments of democracy, and if you don't know the rules. I have one of the Washington community as a staff, talking about Mr. Mohammed. He does not like things for he does not like things for us at all. He presents. A program may not be able to present. And the president may not be able to present. So that is one thing of sexual part as a student of totality, as a student of mass communication. Another thing, why I had that fear of how I will make this, how I will go far. I told you that I got president of 2 years, and that was how I was moved and going to. Like I said, I don't like to be like friends as a blogger. I don't think that something other than when they don't see that after spending 4 5 years at the university as a someone just say, blogger, I don't think that something other than I rather prefer to be dressed as a journalist, as a reporter, just like that my able publisher who was my editor. That's how you be a publisher. Still want himself to be addressed as a reporter. When you want to get to me, he has to spend a paper. A blogger may not do this. This is not something that a blogger will do. When I have to write, I see beyond just asking the fact of rules and age. You can tell me what the fact of rules and age is. You all know that. You all know that. When the rule. This was not the university as a journalist when I started. When we go to events, we just sit at the bar, we listen to the MCs as they are mentioning, oh, we just witness the arrival of Dr. Mrs. So. We write it down. We just watch how it's wearing. If it is a designer shoe, we put it down. If it's wearing a designer shoe, we put all those things down. But it has gone beyond that now. People want to read and see spontaneous and instant reporting. You know, back then, magazines were published upon the society, upon the city people, that's what we pick the up. But they have gone beyond that now. You want something spontaneous, and that is where the topic of today seems to come from. Social media. And I'm sure we all have our accounts and we all use more. So I'm going to ask which one do we use most? No. Which of them most? Aside WhatsApp? TikTok. Which of them most? Instagram. Which of them most? Twitter. Which of them too? So, like I said, I don't like to be addressed as a blogger because I don't find social media apps. So for all of you, the opportunities are not you doing your TikTok, dancing, shaking your bum bum, and all the rest. Those are not opportunities. Do you know you can make millions? Become a millionaire even before you become a graduate. You can't through the means of social media. So, as you are also interested, that are challenging you, just the social media can make you a boss in hours. And never we are working with 50 people. A friend of mine just said to me, I said, you know, everybody is not doing this. That was what I said. I don't know people. And I remember I was sitting in my publishing convention and I said, I want to also work for social media page, WhatsApp, and Instagram page. And that was how I got before. And it was just Abiola ORISILE that was looking there. Until one of my godmother, and a little bit of said, you understand the events and parties. And today, this has made me go for and it has opened up doors for me. I've been able to meet and mingle with who is who. And there are also doors that when I got close, they open it twice. And it also has its strength. Of course, it has brought me over my privacy. There are a lot of things I can't do anymore. But of course, the gains are much more than the threats. So, and the emergence of evolution of social media has had a full effect on mainstream journalism and media industry. Of course, the advent of social media has also killed lots of magazines, except of our bosses who are social media savvy, who are so on social media. And I can say that one of those doing so well on social media, so often inspiration, and big ones among the races. It has also allowed us to way that this is delivered and distributed, and how it is consumed. Remember I told you that back in the days, magazine used to come out like, you pick up a copy every day. But the mass is the case now, you can be sent to cover an event, and the leader sending the news for technically or posting it on the social media handles, where people consume the news. Now let's examine the possibilities and difficulties arising in social media as a medicine to life or job. For journalists, social media sites, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter section are becoming accessible resources. These platforms are used by us for content distribution, audience interaction, and news sources. News reporting has become more convenient because of social media. Since everybody uses the platform, may now report occurrence live and then be seen as live. How many of us have it's all of us who have that platform? All of us who have that platform. Do you know? I don't know why you should not call yourself a blogger. You will not do that about the ancient people. And you go back so far with the one. You cannot be called a blogger. Tell yourself that. And I am not a blogger. You are not a blogger. So there are other. I'm so sorry. However, the possibility of experience and real-time reporting made possible, especially that allow trained journalists to give updates as events happen. Because of the immediacy, news consumption has changed. With continuous using social media to get the most recent information. A good example of this is that is Instagram. So, like I said, I'm using up to 50 people. And then I'll pass
not a part. I said, ah. So what was it's not about find out. It's not about
At least you have your area of specialization.
so what is going to be your area of specialization?
Events. So I will name it after my name. Please events.
So what I'm telling you is stop holding your phone and using it for the right switch. When you can actually become a millionaire, only just in the last school. I just told about my experience 4 years ago when someone paid me $40,000 it was one of the in fact, it was so shocking to me that people became because we see that instances where people will say, I'm having a party today, and I want all my friends are not to watch it today. Is it possible for you to do it? I want to tell them, that's not. So, in case you know our Instagram page, please post one today and give me a name that is happening and let us follow you. And you get it. Tell your friends, follow my page, like the podcast. Follow my page, and do this on TikTok. Follow my page, like the podcast on Facebook. I mentioned a conventional way of reporting, but the use of report parties, telling me that who did what, as each event. This was where the fact of those attention came in. Who, where, what, where, which, and how. We're always in pieces of information we receive for our readers in the next factor. Not only, how we put our data for system, what of the law, access property. It is always a social gathering, but otherwise known as all down, all the corporate service. The conventional role there was for readers to reach this news report 7 days after. City people in a weekly magazine coming out every Monday was instead news, not still news then. When you pick up the magazine after 7 days, was it the still news? Of course it is no. Because then not all of us have access to smartphones. So, and it is news if it is new. So you're not reading it from anywhere. You're reading it from sitting after 7 days. And because it is fresh, it is fresh as new. But because of the advent of Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, we will see guests doing their videos and marketing themselves, posting it. So it becomes still. And that is why we have to move with the trend which the publisher also did. Okay, I spoke about how I was going to open my page. So I took the advantage of the evolution of the social media to open my page. Then we started growing. That one was 6 pages. We have the one which is 286. 290,000. Very close to 200,000 on Instagram. We have the one which is over 204,000, which is also events and parties. We have we also go to where you can watch the parties before, which we just got to 5,000 for subscribers. One hour it is very, very easy to get people to subscribe to YouTube page. We also got TikTok with 5,000 followers. With our TikTok not to a year old. So our people are paying for them to be on those pages. So my sister, we can also be make a work. How one of my ex Islamia, she used to come with us before she joined this prestigious school. She used to post pictures on her Facebook pages and she said, so
become a landlord, I tell you abroad that the people that's going to Qatar to cover an event to prosecute next year. October is going to London to cover an event. So when I be doing that, it comes through my phone. And you be dancing and be shaking the bumper until you talk. It's to me it's like work. It's not normal. It's not something normal. It's not something normal. So I mentioned that we can actually make money on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Then aside this, how does it talk about opportunities as provided by the social media network? Remember what the social media network was, but organizing knowledge will set you apart. That is why you've never been schools, you've never been jobs. Ask anybody. They'll tell you that I don't know straight. She's so respectful and she won't put something out. I won't put it out there to do jobs. I'll tell you, you cannot jab people on my page. You cannot be jabbed and I don't allow you to jab people. So that is where the organizing will set you apart. Even if you decided that tomorrow I want to be, I want to have a talk show. I used to be a great student, but not the time what I do is more broadcast. Because sometimes I have to if I had come then, maybe I would have done broadcast. But no, now I also print. We print and we print. Now we share it as artists. We've done many editions. But because now we take it to artists, the way they rush it and go about it, because now I also be able to have something to eat. I don't just want to make examples. After doing those examples, after printing, you also put it on fashion. So instead of doing any other person to also do that, you're putting us a something to have a good package. And you get it. And your boss will say, oh God, open your head for right now. You can also be your own boss to something of affect. It is all depends on the reach that we have for ourselves. And that is where your geography experience comes to play. So sorry. I have to do something now in case so I just mentioned that the organizing knowledge is sexual apart. So if your self-containers and professional line departing from events that give your rights and their willingness and readiness to train for their services that push me to keep doing more and consequently making a boss with 24 stars in less than 4 years. I never when I started only me alone, only knowledge. And when I go to parties, I'm eager to join myself. Not to do what, I think I know what this is supposed to be. I'll tell them, maybe I'm the rest of the city side. And I remember back then when I had the companies. My very good brother, subscribed to that and said, oh, and then to introduce myself to over 20 people if we have to speak about party. And that was how I met going. It's only one star. Then my two sisters joined me. Then after that, all my cousins. Now all the society more like a family. And now we also have to do about blood related problems because we are all passionate about what we do. We tend to see ourselves as families. How to get this something? Hello? So, Instagram and real-time reporting is made by social media, which lets journalistic outlets and students happen. Because of its immediacy, news consumption has changed, with consumers increasingly using social platforms for consistent information. Social media also allows us to engage with our audience. That is why when we post,
our people. So, let us talk about journalism for the people of citizen journalism. If we regular people report news or share information of public interest, this has been made possible by social media. It has only been used for many, especially in areas of subjects that will not receive enough attention. Social media has also helped us pay attention to ordinary news that we wouldn't even have paid attention to. A good example was the death of Obama. Till now, it is still a subject of discussion. All trends in social media. If we take up it over a year now, if it is still in the newspaper, without the habit of social media, we will not have been tired of Obama death. But because of social media, that's how we still listen to many bloggers and all the rest. So people are still able to use it over and over again. Discuss stories as if they are fresh. How we got life. I'm almost down below. I don't want to go on. Social media has also made lots of non-bloggers and bloggers. Many influencers are extremely rich and many millions of the purpose of their homes, either through monetization of YouTube pays in dollars. Facebook pays in dollars. So, who told you that you cannot have a YouTube page even before you leave school? You can start working on a YouTube page. Don't look for something that will interest you. It could be how to take from, how to become a mother, even if you're not already. How to train your child now. Just everything that will do for you to just read, just discuss. Look for people who are interested in what you're saying. Get them to subscribe. When you need to come out of button, you start taking the money. You all know how much a dollar is to a dollar now. So just imagine taking just $500. My president, how much is that? You know how much you're going to sell to the bank? It's a big money. So let's talk about the trends. Now we also be able to talk about all the gains that are challenges. The evolution of social media has also brought its own many challenges. You now read lots of fake stories. And that is what is still going to set you apart. As a journalist, you know that you should not be a carrier of false news. Many people know that, oh, when I go to Mother's page, after posting 2 hours later, she's going to put a disclaimer that it is no longer true that so is dead. Who go there to read this story? Those people there. It's just also checked. In the next few hours, it is a fake story. There are also moral aspects. There is also moral aspects to take into account when utilizing social media. Journalists have practical issues to negotiate with. This includes preventing damage, upholding openness, and honoring privacy. They also have to honor people's privacy. When I go to people, I will say, oh, I don't want it. I actually tell my husband I was doing this every day. It is not about the things. Though it is something that we primarily put on my table through the views, but also the attitude. I didn't get it. So it is also about the church. Look at you, going all the way to get it. Somebody, after putting this on your Instagram, somebody says, I don't want my story here. Bring it down. You know how much it is. So this includes preventing damages, upholding oppressed and honoring privacy. It's like the difficult to fight the balance
change it. Also open a page, run it simultaneously, so that when they eventually take one, probably Instagram take one off, you have another one to use as backup. That is also one of the trends. Imagine you using all the money to build up a page, and you just wake up today and it is small. That was what I did 4 times. In fact, at one point, I almost had my person. I thought, you need your own attack, but it's not. These are part of the trends of social media. You can wake up to know where your Facebook account is small. How many people have been suspended their TikTok account? You do have anyone to protect this. You don't know what on this people. So, it is also one of those trends. Build a page. So, have a solution as you're running your page, as you're making it. Have a backup page. Run this simultaneously. Push those. Sponsor these. So that even when one is making, you have a backup as a backup. In conclusion, there are great potentials and maybe recurring problems where social media and journalism come together. Although technology has revolutionized journalism industry, journalists now face new issues related to security, verification, and happiness. The impact of social media on journalism will keep you bringing new opportunities and of course new challenges. However, the best course of action for journalism is to assess this conventional identity journalistic tenets of independence, justice, accuracy, and reduction. So, how will we be able to make something? So, how many people is going to open an Instagram page and say to start inventing us? Like I said, you are not a woman. So, how many people are going to start by opening a page today, renaming their page, and start something and start making money? The money is going to be, they're going to start making the next few weeks. So, how many of us are going to open a page? So, I'm going to give out someone's number who talks to in case you want. I think it's going to be his number. So, in case you want something of interest, let's start making money because after the system, there is no job everywhere. But you can see your own boss as a journalist. I get plenty of money. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. A round of applause for Abiola ORISILE. Can you please give us a introduction of a round of applause, please?
Abiola ORISILE _events&parties. You can use it as prototype to build something. There is also Abiola ORISILE official. Then there is Abiola ORISILE TV on YouTube. There's Abiola ORISILE events&parties on Facebook. Thank you.
All right, thank you, ma'am. All right, let me quickly use the opportunity. Then let me pick it from where I'm stopped. If you go to Facebook page, I want to use myself as an example. You can get money from my Spotify, which also has a page there.
Abiola. So I think what I'm going to do is you can open a YouTube page, use your Facebook page to market it. What I mean by this is you begin to ask yourself, what do I discuss on a Facebook page if I open it? For me, if I have little work to do, the first thing I'll do is I'll go aside for market where you can buy second-hand things. I will start from Lagos. After doing stories of Lagos, I'll do stories. You know, it is only for them to read about it. Some of them will not have the time to go there. You may also say markets where you can buy second-hand shoes in Ogun State. Just get 2 locations. You put it, you talk about it. You're not going to put the venue. Just talk about it on your page. Okay, another market where you can buy second-hand electronics. Just talk about it. They see you talking about it. You now share it with your Facebook page. You can't link your Facebook and your YouTube together. But you can share something from your YouTube to your Facebook account. Alright, are you getting that? Yes. So I'm able to draw 5,000 out of the bank account. It is not easy, but it is something that consistency will surely make you get there. Yes. Are you getting it? And if you don't know how to make for the YouTube page, it must be a name that will ring a bell. That was why I said initially I was using Abiola ORISILE how to add events and parties to it. So if you put Abiola ORISILE and events and parties come up, it will ring a bell that it has to do with events. So if you're going to talk about that on YouTube, it must have something that will involve second-hand.
Thank you very much, ma'am. So, Miss.
To ask questions, but I'm going to have this one. I'm going to be asking on their behalf. Mrs. Abiola ORISILE, you are an employer of labor. And like you said during your delivery, you said you have about 4 employees who are working with you. Meanwhile, in the next couple of weeks, we'll be having students of this institution that will be going on industrial training for 1 year. So I want to ask you, like, how many pieces can you give us for them as a town committee so that we can send some of them to you for training on the job? Beyond just telling them what to do, we want you to show them how to do it. Those ones that will know they are serious and they want to learn, we want to put them out and we send to you. I know you pay wages, we want them to make money while they work for you. How many slots are you promising us publicly now so that we can start working on that?
We need 5. We're going to take 5 first. So, we take 5 first. And after that, we can so out of 5 years, we support with them to take more next time.
All right, thank you very much. Mr. Kashima, please.
Management, of course, the Department of Mass Communication. We are grateful. Now, I have this question about the as a legal perspective. Coincidentally, I teach media law. There's what is called thought of passing. When people pretend as though they are you, and they don't pretend to be you unless you are successful. Now, but the law provides for how exactly you can deal with some of these situations. Now, against the backdrop of that fact, and of course, naturally, we know how Casimir Owoye. I've come across, my name seems to be rare, but I've come across Casimir Owoye, exactly. Now, we have first name, middle name, and of course, last name or surname. I don't want to believe you are the only one bearing Abiola ORISILE. Is that name registered? Otherwise, how do you wriggle out of the manifestation of thoughts? Because people can go and create a page pretending to be you, thereby misleading people. How exactly you are addressing this? Is it registered? And if not, how
Thank you so much, sir. All my names are registered. Events and parties. Abiola ORISILE Events and Parties. Abiola ORISILE was registered even before I started the page. Another thing I did was, immediately I could see that we had to produce these events and parties, which we distribute freely at parties, but it's paid for by the celebrant. I also make sure I register it. And as usual, people pretending to be new. I think the name of something is outstanding. Something is you hardly get 2 or 3 people to hear my survey. So, yes, the only person who is also in media that is ORISILE and we play almost the same way is Abiola ORISILE, and she's a presenter on Radio Lagos, and she is the top presenter. It's Lagos State government. So I don't think we have such issue. We also was about all our daughters. So there is no way, initially when we started, we had this, because we tend to post lots of videos, 50, 80, 100, sometimes 200 per parties. So we don't feel tired of having it. But when you see some of our videos, because now one of the most clearest videos and pictures. So we decided to start automating it because after that we started seeing it on many other videos. And they tend to promote our jobs which are not yes. So I hope that has been able to answer.
Thank you so much. But you made the entire Napoli brand once again. Yes. We have always been saying it, that we set that pace, and we have never ceased to do so. I have these questions on behalf of my students. One, I want you to explain how a content creators, I know some of them are doing, they are creating content. How well can they use that to make money? Number one. Number two, there are some of them who may want to go into publishing or parties, just like you have done, irrespective of the area. How can they know about this? Considering something we are into now. The last one was your mom Maxine. You said you distribute at party freely. I understand. The party owner paid for it. If he post-publish or republish, how do you do it? I call you for an event. I have not had that event. Which party are you going to distribute? Or it is after my party that you are going to do it? Shed more light.
I'm an ambassador of the biggest one in the nation. And it's owned by the maritime top shop. I like to look for Olopade. Came off its praise all the time. And I think they have also passed many out in his honor. For this, it's on his pretty wife top 52. And we're also using it to declare it all open. What I did was, don't forget that the advent of social media has also made the reading platform so low. So what I did was, I had that interview before the party. I told them to get their makeup artist. Sometimes when they don't have, we go with one. We also use that to encourage some young makeup artists who are what happened. So we got that. It took all those pictures ourselves. We edited it ourselves. So the interview was a video one. We did all this ourselves. So we transcribed, we edited, we published, we got the soft copy of the video of one, which was played at the party before the event. Then this printed one was printed on that same day. So while we were watching it on the screen, because you can't go out to watch a 1.5-hour interview. So maybe you can just about to watch 10 minutes before the event kick off. You have the magazine edition to read through. So it's a win-win thing. We've made our money. They are also satisfied with the service. And when we do one, it brings them. When we do one, in fact, we see distances where those who cannot read and write, we pay off to publish. About people from already. So they tend to see it as a sort of side attraction. So, Ahmed.
A student of mass communication in Abiola ORISILE. I graduated in 2017. Your question, I think the second was how does content creators get paid? You see, one good thing about social media is that if you know how to do your thing very well, you will sort out. Davido has almost 30 million Instagram followers. He gets more than 100K per post on Instagram. He doesn't just post anything. So when you post on Instagram, you can also be paid for it. Now, these content creators, what they do basically is that they go out, get content. You know that content creators now employ people. They will tell you, let me do this thing like this, let me do it like this. I've seen lots of content creators coming into my DM, but many of them don't want to pay, but they get paid. Now, when you start creating those content, when they start, it is just for relevance. Let people know I do this thing. You can see, she said, when she started, she greets everybody seated, kneeling down. My name is Abiola ORISILE. My name is Abiola ORISILE. Just to put an idea. So after that, brands they will come and tell you, please help me advertise this thing. Help me do this thing. That is an attempt to what either people, Instagram, YouTube are paying. Orashagi in a podcast said he makes more than 20 million naira money from YouTube. And YouTube have an analog revenue. The moment people start talking about it, they start searching for a related content that we post. It will keep diverting people there. That is the reason why you just see Portable come up one day. The guy is not mad. He will start causing trouble everywhere on social media. Instagram and other people will bring people there. Don Jazzy said it also in the podcast that my artists, look at Portable, do something similar to this thing because they want the relevance. So the other guy said something the other time that she TikTok or whatever, everything like that. TikTok we also pay, but it depends on engagement. That is what Twitter do as well. They have a map, a chart rather. So if you are getting, if you are eating the mark whereby you can withdraw money, they will just tell you you have so amount in your wallet. Come and take it out and easily to your several accounts. Okay, sir. The other question.
Good afternoon. On that.
We are moving into our office. December. We have an office, but we are building our own and we're going to move into it. It's also in the part of Lagos here. And I remember we were dining on a force around the level, and I mentioned it to Abiola. I said, do you know it's possible for us to train people that we can just, the way they have coaching centers for editing and all the rest. And he said, I said, yes, it's something that I look forward to doing. Then you also mentioned, so maybe after we open our office, I will get across to some of my seniors way back in school who happens to be your lecturer. Then another thing is, you mentioned how to stay relevant as a content creator. That is why you must look for something of interest. You know when Auntie was talking, our woman is a politician. She didn't go into politics because that wasn't what would interest her. I could be a political reporter, but I did not go into writing politics or I'm going to court to report court proceedings. I told myself I want to be a society reporter. I know that I love fashion. I love seeing, I love writing about people behind the news. I want people to read my paper and say, oh, she knows what society woman in and out. I will tell you how they step in at parties, where they buy their clothes, where they buy their jewelry. I derive pleasure in doing that. And that is why I am never tired of going to parties. I am never tired of reporting. So you need to ask yourself, what do I have interest in? I think we decided to go into clusters, which is second hand. She would do, that does not mean that all the things she sells or all the electronics in her house are second hand. No! Are you getting it? But it is, you need to ask yourself, what do I like? That is the only way not to be tired. If not, you'll be short of content to post. I bet it with you. We used to report events. We do short videos. In the last few months now, another side or another art of reporting has emerged. We're also doing it. They call themselves content creator, but they are not there. You can't see them as content creator because we source for content and we create content. So we know that what they do is not content creating, but that is what they keep themselves. That is what they describe themselves to be. What do? They go to parties. You do food. They'll just go to a party. They can do 3-4 parties in a day. They'll just do short video. Drink. They'll do short. Dancing. Short. 3 seconds. 5 seconds. And they play them together. Just a summary of the party. In 15, 5-10 minutes. They'll leave and go for another party. They do 3 or 4 per day. They call themselves content creator. But we tell them what we do. We do that when we started. Highlights. They are just event highlighters. They just highlight events. But you just need to calculate yourself. If you know it is dancing, and you know you want to create content for, follow dancing. If you know it is food, and you know you want to create content for, do food. Don't be here and there. Mr. Said writes politics so well. He writes society so well. He does Nollywood. I don't do Nollywood at all. I don't do politics. That is why I'm not tired. Some people are blessed. They can do everything and still be number one. But I know that what I love is society reporting. And they know that what I like is society stories. I'm always on top of my stories. Because I know what I want and I know what I'm doing. So my sister, look for what you like. Thank you.
My name is I want to congratulate you sincerely because people might get to me like I'm not doing it, all the very schools are attended. We never had this kind of opportunity. So that please, what's the picture of that for the back and forth? Now I'm going to talk to you very briefly on two things. One, character traits for career success. And number two, legal basis for you to do any business and of course propagate any career success. In the legal area, let me quote as a reality. He said, if I've seen fire than my parents, it is because I stand on the shoulder for those who are helping. Madam Muslim Kaido, she has not only come to put you through, but she has come to place you directly so you can succeed in life. And it's my own experience out that all of you not only meet where she has got into in life, but surpass her in Jesus' name. I am not a pastor. Now, let's ask ourselves this question. This is it's a career. What is a career? What is a career? The Bible says that the foundation before, even the righteous will be like this. You need to know what a career is. When people talk about career development or career goals, you will see that she's been very emphatic about something. She has only been doing what interests her. People do jobs, people do careers. And sometimes you have an another or two, you are doing a job and they are pursuing career development. What is the job? As distinct, not a distinction to a career. A job is anything no right thing to do, particularly in that of a long partner. So, if you must make it in your career, make no mistakes about it. It has to be something that you are in love with. Are we together? You have to be something that you are really in love with. Now, if you have done that, which is the basis for me to talk to you about character traits. It is something to know that there is no career, no discipline that guarantees financial fortune. There are problems. The opportunity to become content creators as students. You like great content creators for the report. Doctors have no course, no discipline guarantees financial fortune. Because if there is anyone that has financial control, how come that people are in that system? It has opportunity to character. And every not is this opportunity to share something I noticed. If you are around you, she will talk about it again. And I pay attention to it. She said what she started that she was practically living now. Did you know? I noticed she can't come to this. Somebody made me that anywhere. She didn't do this. This is living the job. She's not here to because some of us are also living in places. Are we together? So the meanings of that, because they are not coming together to live content creation, and then you support that. And you particularly everything I was told, and I'm still because I'm getting amazing. And all of those things not always, it must be correct. Character traits for career success. The first and foremost of them all is integrity. Integrity. What is integrity? People pay lip service to integrity every now and then. They say, integrity. But if I may ask, what is integrity? Not that much to waste your time. Integrity is the strength of your character. I know my response. What we call the by name. That's integrity. She told us that you need not post fake stories. If it's that, you will quickly get attention, but that attention will be dispersed in no time. And after a while, she now wears it. Because fake news will be accepted with you. But when you started, you will attract attention because you want to remain relevant. But because you don't have integrity, after a while, nobody follows you anymore. And once you lose your followers, that's the end of it. You struggle in many days of your life to get the attention back, but to be too late in time for you. So integrity, make no mistakes about it. Number two is commitment, hard work. There is always a price to be paid. PRICD. In order for you to win any prize in life, PRICD. I tell my friends in class, until I die, I will give you. I reserve the right, I have the bragging right over my certificates. I have BSc first class in the lab, MSc distinction in the lab, LLB 2 in the lab, LLM in the lab, PhD in the lab. I want to next week, KPMG, just the lab 7 years before I got to this lab. I consult for Keystone Bank, the master, and most of them. Why? Hard work. In Nigeria, you know that I think the as a 1998. But you never know. School, not by anything like that. Why? Hard work. Hard work. She said she was doing work about 11, not 11 a.m. That was pay attention to what she was saying. Even me that they did already set up. And that was why the deed was annoyed. Some of us we are somewhere, we are not now, we are not anything. You are not starting now, we are not starting. They put up this program for you. You refuse to work. Those are people who are leave that they did not do anything for the fact, one good on it. But because once comes my second home, I said, let me accompany the leader. And then I got said, let me always have to do it. And they whisper to become a doctor. And I said, why don't I'll tell them something. Maybe I hear you not paying attention. I'm sorry for you. And that's why I am telling you now. They will teach you content creation from that teaching us what you think people. Because there are certain things that nobody will teach you. Nobody will teach you money making any investment in the world. Not only our. They can only teach you money management. That's why you are making it. Go and make it. You will not have to manage it. Nobody will teach you money management. No course and BSc money making. You need to know how to make money. And don't consider your character. Who you are will come. At about 11, she didn't say because she's flying around the world that she will also wake up by 10. Go and check. Now go to the office for 105 hours a day. The later you become the less number of hours you sleep for. So, hard work, very important. Time management, another one. In your attempt to exploit social media, please be very careful so you don't waste your time. I give this analogy everywhere I go. You sleep for 4 hours, some of them go from 40 days. If you have 24 hours in a day, on the average, you sleep for 8 hours. In practical terms, you have 30 years, you sleep for 10 years of your life, how do this? Because you sleep for 1/3 of 24 hours, 8 hours, if you put that for your life, if you are 30, you are slept for 10 years. If you are 24, you are slept for 8 years. Sleeping alone. Now, imagine chatting. Some of you chat for 1 hour, 2 hours. Now, multiply that by the number of days you use your phone. You see that you chatted for 2 years of your life. The question is, did you chat in a manner that's profitable? Did you make economic gains from this chat? And that's why she said, it is bizarre to have it inside manipulation. And she tell them, you are wasting away while I am making money. Again, I like to take note of that. Now, human network. Human network, very important. It has been established that human networks are far more potent and important than computer networking. Who do you report on? Who will give you jobs? Your classmates who are not mates in life. Abiola ORISILE was a set in Maputo. I'm sure that our other colleagues are doing very well there. But she has, distinguished herself. She understands. She said that she is an ambassador to one hall, one master or maritime junction. That's human being at work for you. And she has there the mighty in Nigeria. So you need to understand some of them are simple as you must say, you have the number of this. I don't have this number. I don't have a number. Is it God that come and help you? Make no mistake about it. Consciously get the number of every of the universities. First of all, was in the class in a school or many schools in Nigeria. The last former vice president was a law teacher in the lab. Before he went to entrepreneurial business and from there, like that. I was many classes and we told you that if you teach them how to come by his grace, I'll make no mistake. I'll keep the attendance and I know I'll get your report from the So please, you need to network. And I will find to you. It is written by a wise man. It is called the lock factor. Very interesting. You will get from one in a plane, you fly for 12 hours, you sit next to the first one on the ground. And perhaps I'm coming from a Canada, I'm not very you will not say, I don't talk to people. I am an introvert. I don't talk to strangers. You close your mouth, it will smell. You close the lesson, you are sitting with the first one by the Olango, the richest man in Africa, and you fly with him for 12 hours. I And you will say hi. And you speak your face and you are poor. So please, you need to understand this. Human networking is very, very important. Humility. 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 There's even actions are I told you here, I was sitting here, I was paying for the value attention. We have eyes contact. If you notice. So because I was paying for the value attention. And she did that twice. And because she likes what you do this. Somebody that's alive. Or you, when you the problem for you. You see why I said do content creation and part of it, you get to happen. Because you need to be into the because those that will give you jobs and posts. You got that people, you got it, and then your money is good. You will not miss your man. And finally, the God factor. Finally, the God factor. I am not a pastor, but I know that I said I will show mercy to those that show mercy. You need to find time to pray to God so that I can show you mercy. Now to the second phase, which is the legal basis of being any business or course for career success. The law is that was why I asked that question. When you make it, there's competition. Big competition everywhere. When you make people want to see their next. So it's important that you understand the basis. You need to register your name and sorry. So proprietorship, partnership, business name, and then of course companies. Those are the four ways to do business. So the least you can do is to have a business name. And because for the purpose of this and to show my allegiance to ask for those who may want to register their business name, ordinarily I need for 50K, but I'm not going to charge you. I'm going to do for those 5 of you. You will only pay the amount that CAC will require and I register the business name for free. Just to support the department. Isn't that what it is? So encourage you so you can start small and make it. Now you need to be careful. If you post fake stories, you are taught the foundation in class. And these are the 2 levels of teaching that I know. You are taught the foundation, whether standards or like the foundation. But there is, even if your stories are true, if you don't get the concept of the text, that's why they say they go and issue disclaimer say what to put in that. You can be sued for data privacy infringement. And there is data protection law 2023. It's a new law. So you need to be very careful while you do your content creation and all of that. In closing, therefore, here is there's nothing missing about money or career success. It is in your hands. Nobody can ever feature in a future that they cannot picture. I take it again. You can never feature in a future that you cannot picture. Therefore, your mental picture is your natural future. So picture a great one for yourself. As I go, any man should never pray to me because it is in their DNA. Go and succeed. Thank you.
Should
I speak out passionate openly? Thank you very much. This morning, when I was coming into it, I developed chips in my body. And once again, I'm back in student environment. I started watching it. And I'll tell you that the moment you are done in this, when you are through with your programs, you will see another part of life. It is like that. When I was in JSS, they did something like this for us. But then I did not picture myself becoming a journalist. And this is simply because when I was little, I don't even know what I want to do with my life. I had no picture of what I want to do. To the glory of God, I'm a digital video editor. I edit very well. And I'll tell you that nobody can do that my way. Only if I don't want to do it. Also, with everything Mrs. Abiola ORISILE has said, there is no work outside. And I'll tell you that there is still work outside. If you are good at your work. Because there is an employer and there are employees. And finally, I will tell you that Abiola ORISILE Events and Parties 26 or 27, and everybody gets paid very well. I have 6 figures. One of my biggest lessons in my life is that I have never done Yahoo before, and I will never do it because the advert of social media, many people use their social media pages for fraud and fraudulent activities. But myself, one of my biggest lessons is that I have never done Yahoo before. Pretending to be someone I'm not in order to get people they are, I have done it, and I've been earning legitimately. And is this mass marketing tactics? And you can also do it as well. See these things as something that will push you to become something you want to do with your life. And your parents look at you and say, "Oh, thank you very much."
Thank you very much, sir.
And I appreciate Mrs. Abiola ORISILE. Thank you very much. This is what we did this afternoon. We thank you and God will continue to bless your business in Jesus' name. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Blessed greatest communicators. I believe we have learned a lot this afternoon. A lot to navigate through that will help you to navigate a life after school. So my encouragement for you, or encouraging words for you this afternoon, is that you should try as much as possible to act on all that we have learned. You will only be celebrated, you will only be appreciated in life, only if you are financially independent. Nobody will celebrate or appreciate anyone who is a liability. So please, as we are going out, just like my brother said, we are going into the life that is quite different from school life. Then we will know, we will see life how it is, truly. Please and please, my dear students, I am pleading with you, and at the same time encouraging you to please act on all that you have learned this afternoon. So in the next 5, 10 years, 3 years, 5 years, we will be proud of you as the Department of Mass Communication, Ojitech Investor, that will actually train students and let them do well out there. Let's go over that.
Thank you very much, Mommy. Next up, the Vice President of the Association of Mass Communication Students. I want to say a very big thank you on behalf of Amacos executives and Amacos as a whole to our guest speaker, Mrs. Abiola ORISILE. Please let's give a round of applause for her. To Amacos staff advisor, we say a very big thank you for your support, sir, and to every lecturer that honor our invite to this event. We say a very big thank you to you, staff. May God continue to be with you. And to the finalists in the house, I say a big congratulations to you, and may God continue to guide and protect us to the end of our academic journey. In Jesus' name. Of the greatest Nigerian students.
And to Ms. Abiola ORISILE. I'd like to say a very big thank you on behalf of myself and the other mass communication students. I appreciate this moment and we pray that we'll journey back to your destination, we pray that we'll guide you, your eternity. And once again, I'd like to speak to my fellow students. Greatest communicators. It's actually a very loud response. Greatest communication. This is the moment that we are always been waiting for. Once again, I'd like us to put our hands together for our lecturers and Ms. Abiola ORISILE and our faculty for our support with us. I believe we learned one or two things. Even I myself, I can really say yes. I've learned one or two things today. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
The last stanza. Oh God, oh creation, where all nation, where is of grass and smoke with peace, empty, Nigeria.
Okay, on the significance of today's program, I must say that I envy them because we never had this kind of opportunity during our own time back then, Unilag. What are the takeaways for them? Like I did mention at the program, it's very important for them to learn those character traits that would, distinguish them. Many people can do anything. Everybody can do content creation or what have you not. But there are things that will set you, apart for distinction. For instance, integrity, which is the strength of your character when no man is watching. Hard work, and of course, human networking, very, very important. And above all, the God factor. I can only but wish them the best. But it is important that having done all of these, which they've been taught, they need to pay attention. Pay very serious attention to those character traits, and then we can only but wish them the best. And I thank our guest speaker, Madam Abiola ORISILE, for coming. We can only but keep praying for her and wish that she goes from height to height. And we hope that you honor our invitation the next time we call on her to come. We are grateful. Thank you. My name is Kasmi Anwoye. I'm a lawyer and one of the lecturers at the Ogun State Institute of Technology, Igbesa.
My name is Abiola ORISILE. I'm the brain behind Abiola ORISILE Events and Parties. I'm the brain behind Events and Parties Nigeria. And I can say authoritatively that I started this in Nigeria and probably all over the world. I started it first before others decided to have interest in it. I want to urge the students to please take today's lecture so seriously. While they say there is no job out there, I want to tell them that as a journalist, they are already a boss on their own. They can either be a content creator, be an influencer. Of course, I won't want to call them a blogger because that is not honorary enough after going to school and knowing the rudiments of journalism. So, they can be their own boss while they source for a white-collar job. They can also be an employer of labor instead of them trying to get a job for themselves. Thank you.
My name is Saeed Ojubanere. I am the chairman of Town and Gown Committee, Ogun State Institute of Technology, Igbesa. And today we have put together an event for our teaming students such that they can learn what they are going to meet in the labor market when they leave school. Because it's one thing for us to teach them in class. It's another thing for them to be able to use that knowledge when they get to the labor market. And unfortunately, there are not even jobs, no more jobs out there. The ones that are out there are not well paying. So how do we help them through their careers? We don't want to just teach them, we don't want to give them fish. We want to teach them fishing. And that's the essence of the event of today. We have brought a resource person from a social media angle of the media where they can learn how to make money using this instrumentality of the social media. A lot of them, they will go on social media pages dancing, twerking and all of that. We want to let them know that it's not just about twerking, it's not just about dancing, it's about making money, it's about making a life for yourself. And that's the essence of bringing a personality, especially who is a woman, that can show them, that can tell them how she did it, and she is on top of her game today. So I want to urge our students to please take what we have given them today, to heart. They should make use of the little knowledge that have been able to be passed across to them, because you never can tell. They might be the next Abiola ORISILE out there. Thank you.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. My name is Comrade Deborah Okwemi Adeyemi, the Vice President of the Association of Mass Communication Students. I'm using this medium to give a vote of thanks to Mrs. Abiola ORISILE for the educative information given to the students. And I'm using this opportunity to give a piece of advice to the students that social media is not just for entertainment alone, that we can use the social media as a means to educate others, not just for entertainment. Thank you very much.
This is Comrade Isaac Oluwabukola, the Mass Communication Social Director. First of all, I'd like to say a very big thank you to Ms. Abiola ORISILE and our entire team for coming down from our destination down to this campus to address important things that would help our career. I'd like to say a very big thank you on behalf of the entire student of Mass Communication Department. Yes, we believe that we've learned one or two things from the orientation she gave us today, and I want to say a very big thank you to her and our entire team once again. Thank you. I remain Isaac Oluwabukola. Thank you.